Hello, and welcome back to the Kerbal Space program. My name is WW but you already know that. And this is our relay deployer, which we will use to deploy 4 relay satellites in Kerbal stationary orbit. So let's go. Of course, last week at Gamescom Opening Night Live, they announced that there's going to be a Kerbal Space Program 2, which, by the way, will have vastly superior performance with high part counts. We'll have some really good, at least looking good, like colonization stuff. Just generally, it's looking really good, and I cannot wait to play that next year. So yeah, there's that. For now though, SAS on, and we're bringing some satellites to space while landing the rest of the ship back at Kerbal. 3, 2, 1 launch. So, as per usual, the main lifter stage is going to fall back on parachutes, as well as the upper stage is going to go back in parachutes. We are going to act like the fairing halves are also going to fall back on parachutes. That's not possible with the current in-game procedural fairings, but yeah. We're going to assume they also fall back and get recovered. And the only part that actually stays in orbit are the small satellites that actually serve a purpose. Now, do I remember what Kerbal stationary is? Like 300,000? I'm going to look that up on my phone while I fly this to space. Let's see if that works. Okay, Google? Okay, Google? Yeah, no, that doesn't seem to work. Okay, Google. There we go. What is Kerbal stationary orbit? That did not work. What? Okay, Google. Okay, Google. What is Kerbal stationary orbit? No, not current stationary orbit. Let's try that again. Okay, Google. What is stationary orbit in Kerbal Space Program? Synchronous orbit Kerbal Space Program wiki. There we go. I think I'm tilting over a bit far. Sun synchronous. No, Kerbal geosynchronous orbit. God, what the fuck? Synchronous orbit Kerbal. And I fucking fucked up. Good. I should look at one screen at a time, and I should just look this shit up before I do stuff, but apparently I'm not fucking capable of doing that. Kerbal stationary orbit. Synchronous orbit of Kerbal, 2.8 thousand kilometers. Red flight to launch, and actually launch this while looking at the fucking screen! T... What the fucking fucker fuck? What was that? Thought you were auto-strutted. That just worked! You just saw this thing fly! Why does reverting flight fucking kill auto-struts? God damn it, game! What the fuck? Can we have that working? There we go. I have no idea why reverting killed autostruts, but apparently it does. So there's that. If there's one thing I sincerely hope Kerbal Space Program 2 does not have, it's bugs like that. I mean, I don't have anything against, like, the... like, every now and then something not going exactly like it should, theoretically. But I have a problem with a rocket that literally worked 5 seconds ago, suddenly becoming noodlified. Just because I clicked revert flight. Because that kinda doesn't make sense. Literally sitting in front of the PC and thinking, why? Why? Up until you know what is going on, and then you still sit there and think, why? That worked last time, why doesn't it work now? And the game's like, I don't know. I don't remember that last time you're speaking of. All I know is this doesn't work right now. But it worked 5 seconds ago. I have no recollection of that. We actually have a very long white tail behind us because there's light Still from the setting sun coming over. That looks so good. Every now and then the game is like really gorgeous. Also, these mark effects looked a whole lot better in the demo gameplay that they showed of KSP2. So that seems to have gotten a rework. I mean, they did the entire KSP2 game from the ground up, new, and basically probably just... I mean, they probably used a bunch of the models, because 3D models are like... You can just transfer those over from an older game to a newer game. And they're still using the same engine, but everything that like was a complete oversight in the base code of this game is now not a complete oversight anymore, which makes a lot of sense. Like things that like, for instance, I don't know whether they'll fix that for KSP2, but honestly, if you are going upwards with a rocket, you are not going to get re-entry effects. You're not going to start burning until you start falling back down. Don't know if they're going to address that. Also, I don't know if they're going to address the whole thing about Kerbin's system being 1/10 of the size of the real solar system. If they're gonna make that bigger, or at least have an option for scaling the system. Because that would be really cool to not have to install a mod for that. Then again, they are keeping the modability and they're making stuff moddable that's not moddable in this game. So, all in all, it looks like KSP2 is just going to be the new KSP standard, so to say. I am going to go ahead and time warp to space here and then finish up an orbit before doing anything else. Also, that means I am going to do this first. So F5 in case of stupidity, which is always going to be a thing, because stupidity in this game is kind of a core mechanic. Good. Those are falling back and getting recovered. At least in theory. I guess 1 was the thing I needed for these, right? Yeah. I think I put these on 2 or something. Either way. So I'm going to almost finish the orbit so this can fall back in peace. And then reuse the other engine for the rest. We might be a little bit high already for letting this fall back without fuel, so I don't know. We'll see. Prograde Z. $39, and that means I have a bunch of fuel left in this. So I do this. complete this orbit. And basically just switch over to the other module to fly it back home. I mean, I'm going to go ahead and lock this to retrograde. Hope that that works. It has enough electric charge, at least. I'm going to also... Yeah, I did not yet get to... get around to doing that correctly. Can I just, like... Are they now armed? I hope they are. We have 800 meters per second in the tank, which means we are going to... By the way, the parts of the fairings up here of the modules also fall back and get recovered. Those are also procedural parts that don't actually count as debris, and yeah, I'm just going to roleplay that as getting recovered. Yeah, I'm not getting that. Oh, there we go. And that was too late. Close that. Go to that. Doesn't do that because I switched. Good. F9. I didn't have 5 before going in because I'm an idiot. What the fuck?! What the fucking fuck game?! What is that?! What is that?! Ugh, why is this garbage? Like, there's nothing that should wobble. Why is that fucking itself in the ass backwards? What is this? In what universe does that happen? Holy fucking fuck, why? You have it the wrong way around! You fucking idiot. That's actually funny though. Did that also? Yeah, it did completely obliterate itself. Yes, revert the flight, please. I said yes. Revert the flight. You can't revert the flight. That's incredibly great. Jump back to main mission. Can't do that. Yeah, because that's obliterated. Jump back to separation. Can you revert the flight then? No. Okay, so that's broken. That is incredibly broken. That's a lot of debris that's going to fall back into the planet. Because we are not yet in an orb. That's where we have a whole lot of debris that's falling back into the planet because we don't have an orbit yet. Good. This launch never happened. Because that's bullshit, and I do not play with bullshit. I'm amazed. You know what? That's not what I wanted to do. I wanted to see if the parachutes would hold all of the stuff as well. Because then I could have just said, why the fuck are you not dead? Okay. Space Center. So that flight never happened. Because obviously the game just thought, hey, fuck you, I'm just going to fuck your rocket up and you're not going to do anything about it. Because fuck you. I'm gonna warp to the next morning. We have fog on site, so I don't know. I guess the webcast of the launch is not going to be very nice to view. But, holy shit, what the fuck was up, what was up with that rocket? What happened? Why is this thing broken? It makes no sense for this to suddenly start fucking flipping out like crazy. There's nothing clipping anywhere. It just started fucking going crazy. There's nothing that causes that. Other than fucking struts not being there anymore, because I don't know. Auto struts are overrated. They are. Okay, so much for the argument. Why aren't you using auto struts? There's auto struts in the game. Use the auto struts. Why are you manually planning struts? Auto struts are so good. Yeah, we saw that. How good they are. They're incredibly good. Okay. And then we make sure that we put this in a stage before. And then we save that. And then we launch that again. SAS on. And in 3, 2, 1, launch. And suddenly this is a whole lot less physics intensive as well, because this didn't go that fast last time. What the fuck? Are auto struts really that bad? Compared to regular strutting. I am never auto strutting again. Fuck auto struts. This is actually like working on a freaking playable frame rate and everything. Look how fast we are at 10,000. How did adding some struts just make the game perform better? It can't be that we're launching during the day instead of during the night. That can't be the reason. That absolutely can't be the reason. Time of day has never done anything to that. Seriously, excuse me? I said like 200 or something, right? How much do I really need left in this? 600 with the payload? Yeah. Gonna stay with that. F5, go to space, click space. I didn't switch that around, but that's fine. I didn't, like... Actually, that's why I'm going to F9. See that this actually does not fuck itself now. See? It just works. Because I strutted it normally. Makes no sense, but hey. As I said, go to space. Get rid of the fairing. Go to... What's that? Why is there something called relay deployer in fucking orbit around Kerbal? That's there because... okay, good. I'm going to delete that. Don't worry about it. Turn prograde, please. Then we're just getting this above ground. Periapsis off. 50 or something. Then we can re-entry, burn here, and then we should be fine. And coming back down safely with the engine. F5 just in case. And then stage. You go into an actual orbit. And you fall back while this thing can do whatever. 1. Okay. Basically that's fine. Because by the time we're over here, we should be pretty much retrograde. Really? Again? Why is it so hard to slow down a fucking giant rocket? All of a sudden. Excuse me? Excuse me? Why is the game so fucking fucked today? Why? No. Why not in the first place? Okay. That's apparently underground, but that's fine. Okay, then the attempt that never happened should be somewhere around here, because that's... Yeah, so this is... mission time, yeah, okay, so that is the one that's not actually there, so we're going to delete that. Terminate. Yes, that never existed. So, and you are going to orbit. I'm not going to put anything in that orbit. I do not have the actual contract for that. Dude. Anyway, prograde from here, Z. Should have easily enough delta V for this. So something like that should be Kerbal stationary. So from here, add maneuver. Something around here. Okay. Kill that. Deploy the first satellite. Also, why do you not have those out? That one goes manual, because I'm not going to... aim camera. Decouple. Reset camera. Over to that. You're going to point at the planet. Get your stuff out. While you're here, you're going to log a temperature and send it back. So we get our frickin' contract done. And then we're gonna do a very special thing. We're going to go back to controlling from here. Just to make sure. We're going to set the other thing as a target. And we're going to burn in such a way that we're going to be set. Oh. We're going to be... Go fuck yourself. Going to be offset by a quarter orbit from you when we come back. get off the second satellite. Decouple. Go over. Extend. Go back. I did not look at how far we need to go for that, but I'm just going to set this as a target again. We get rid of you, decouple, switch over, extend, switch back, decouple, switch over, extend, and we have a full relay. And now we can just go retrograde, which this thing can't do. Good. Turn around. F5 for safety. Turn those in. And Z. And that should be fine? Question mark? Just get this down here so it's bottom heavy. Also going to put out the parachutes and then time accelerate. The thing probably doesn't have like any sort of delta V on the ground, so might as well burn this as high up as I can. That worked a whole lot better than the other one. Did have a whole lot more fuel left in this one, so it was a whole lot easier to make the slow down in time. Okay, so that contract is also complete, which means we don't currently have a contract. We also took enough time for the contract to probably come back. Or like the ones that were on are now not gonna be something we have to care about anymore. So we can actually just go ahead and look what the new contracts are and take whatever we please from that. Oh my god, this is slow. Recover. And basically a bit beefier versions of that can deploy the same thing around other planets. So now we have a relay network around Kerbin, which means we can now relay to Kerbin from further out. We also gonna put 4 of those up around the moon and around frickin' Minmus. I did not want to go into the spaceplane hangar. The Moon and Minmus ones, I don't know how I'm gonna do those yet. Because we're obviously not gonna need a little bit of a beefier rocket for that. But explore Minmus, rendezvous 2 vessels and dock 2 vessels. No! Plant a flag on the moon. Rescue, no. Surface outpost, no. I already have geosynchronous orbit with 4 satellites. I'm not gonna put another one. Yeah, none of these look good. We're going to go 3 days into the future. One hour. Uh-huh. 28 minutes. Can we now have something? Explore Duna, please. Fly by Duna, gather scientific data from Duna, and return to Kerbin from a flyby of Duna. We're doing that. We're doing a flyby of Duna, completely reusable. that shouldn't be too much of a problem. We're just gonna fly by and come back. When's the next window to Duna? Conduct seismic surveys. Build a new surface size post on Ike. Why? Orbital station around Moon. Nady from the Moon. Debris from orbit of the Moon. A guy and his shit from orbit of Kerbal. 3 tourists safely to the destination. Build a new surface outpost. Science data from the surface of the Moon. I don't have anything landed there, so that's not gonna happen. Yeah, no, those aren't gonna happen. But we're going to Duna, so that's nice. Obviously, that's going to be a manned flight since we are not able to send stuff back from Duna yet efficiently. While we're at Duna, though, we are going to set up a relay network that will be able to send stuff back from Duna for the most part. As we have the second ones of these already. 15 instead of the other one, which is the RA2. So RA100, or even, yeah, that would be the biggest one that we get. So that has like 160 gigameters almost. But yeah, we're not going to get that until a little bit later. We don't currently have enough science to get anything, so we are going with what we have. Yeah. Man launched to Duna into a flyby and back. Shouldn't be too much of a problem. We are not spanning any of the stages. What we are going to be doing is, if we build like a big transfer stage that goes between planets, we're going to maybe like do something where we refuel the thing instead of landing it again. But that's mostly something for like things that do atomic motors, and we don't have the atomic motors yet because those are here. The nerve is not in our inventory yet. We need to first get this to get that, and that means all in all we need like a bunch of science, which shouldn't be a problem. We get a bunch of science for going to Duna and back, so yeah, we're going to start building for that in the next episode. Till then, leave a like if you enjoyed, subscribe for more, and until next time, I'm WW Dadman. Bye.